Good morning, Zodiac. Look, do all signs now. Morning Quickies on the beach, special edition. I don't know how much longer we'll be at the beach here. So we'll take advantage of it. But my goal now, being the Sagittarius in me is coming back. Physically, I can't really do what I used to do. But I want to be somewhere nice, Not necessarily on the beach, but like basically the tarot puts it in perspective. Somewhere when I sit and do a tarot reading, it feels really, really special and beautiful. And where I can also, so basically I'm saying I need to find the right place. So where I can go relax, have a cup of coffee in the morning before I do this, put myself together. So here we go, the morning quickies. I'm going to put a little energy on them. We're going to pull through again, do the 4 cards we've been doing. This is for the 21st of May, guys. Start with Aries as usual. This is you, Aries. Holding on to your coins. Hold back your energy where you are in and around relationships, where your mind and heart is at, Aries. I should say, I always forget, sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever you relate to. And like and thanks for subscribing. It's been great. And I can see 1,000. We'll do this, I think, live will be so much fun. um, mm. So, I don't know. When you're in this energy, something isn't right. You're holding back. You could be single. It feels more like kind of like a fight, Aries, and you're kind of like withholding your energy for a minute. Now, this is your challenge. So, I mean, straightforward there. That's third party action with the Three of Cups. So maybe that would make me hold back. I'm not into that stuff. No judgment, but not what I would do. That would make me hold back, Aries. Now, this is your advice. You'd take strong action. Give it everything that you got here. Like, that's what the universe is saying. Pouring it on. Pour what on? I'm not really sure. But this is actions here. So this is not telling you to get your mind, think about it real strong with like a 9 of swords. Um, it's maybe kind of telling you to really deal with this, because this is your advice from spirit here, Aries. Really it's kind of to take a really strong action. And why would you do that? It feels kind of protective. Maybe could be either it's like putting a lot of action and energy into the relationship, or I wonder if it isn't. No, it is, I think, because I was wondering it's not defending yourself. With this being the outcome, this is breaking through. This is like fighting your way through some kind of third party thing, um, and successfully. So, let's make tarot real. Yeah, it sucks. Been there, done that. But sometimes you work through it and survive, and can even become stronger. The sun and way more positive. And in this is the case. It's something where what will happen is you'll find something um, that changes the dynamics of the relationship, and eventually with some time you'll have an even stronger relationship. So that's really nice, Aries. Thank you, guys. 21st of May, Taurus, second house friends, Uranus there, square with Saturn, shaking things up, tearing things apart. It's like the bull hitting the wall with its horns, with its head, all year. So here we go. Taurus is you in around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, banging on all cylinders, I like to call this one. That electrical engine, doom, 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 doom. And when you're in this energy, it can be good, and a lot of times we need it, and that's focused, being in the moment, doing what needs to be done. You always see it as kind of doing well, but a lot of times, like, it's kind of like single energy because you're pretty busy, like doing you. Of course, it's pretty good. But this is your challenge now. So you're busy doing you, and here comes a water sign, be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person, right? And they caught your eye, you know. And I think this is showing like a challenge, and this is showing you looking into the reading. So I think this is actually you. But it could still be that there was a water sign that caught your eye, Taurus, Um, although it's possible you have water Venus energy. But and I think the problem here is like it's going to disrupt. Like the Two of Pentacles, you're on a schedule, you're doing you, and you're doing well. But what happens if you don't go to yoga because you were up all night with your new love and you went out and had a great time, and then oh my God, this is your advice from Spirit. So I think I didn't see as I was talking what this was, but it's like, yeah, don't psych yourself out. You know, you want to take this cup of love, and you're afraid it's gonna fuck up your basically your routine. You know, a little bit what this reminds me of is an older person told me, more than one actually, yeah, more than one, uh, that you know you get into this routine and it's just you just alone. You do what you want when you want, and you know really no questions asked, and then so it's hard to like accommodate somebody else. So maybe just the thought of giving your cup to someone, the specific person, you know, makes you all tither. Yeah, let's see what the outcome is in the Eight of Swords. Yeah, Taurus. So I'm going to clarify this. This is your advice from Spirit, you know, and I think it's not to let you get into this kind of this kind of energy. But the Eight of Swords shows that you are anyway. So I mean, you don't have to take advice of a tarot reading. And if something's strong enough, is going to do it. But when I would see the Two of Swords as your advice, and now the outcome, the Eight of Swords, I'm going to say it's all swords. Yeah, it's all your mind. But now I'm thinking your intuition is trying to tell you that there's something really wrong here. That's what your intuition is trying to tell you. And it's like you really can't put your finger on what it is, you know. But it's holding up. You want to give your cup to this person. And the advice is, we're going back to the Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Um, I think this is all about you being in your head. You're really uptight about this thing. You're really, uh, so you really got to ask yourself practically here now. This third pentacle here is your final advice, okay, for your Two of Pentacles, really. This is collaboration as well as work. So it's saying that you can do this in collaboration. And I think like what this is saying, okay, Taurus, this is the most important part, is that this person can help you. You know, I heard this before. If you have a good marriage, even a young marriage, you're going to college, you know, it really doesn't have to be a distraction. If you have two healthy people who love each other and are supportive, I mean, you know, one can do the dishes while one does the laundry, you know, very practical things. So it might not be quite as bad as what you think, you know, and also that feeling of maybe you're giving something up. Focus on what you're getting. Yeah, because yeah, you might give something up, but you probably for everything you give up, I think with love, you know, you get three. So Gemini, this is May 21st. Your morning quickie here on the beach. Five of Swords. This is your energy in around relationship, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, guys. And that's tough energy. I always see the Five of Swords. Well, you really see it in this Grizzly deck. This is the Gilded Royale, but this Grizzly Five of Swords picture. He's, you know, it's a tough battle, you know. Um, and so a lot of times this is not just bickering to me. This is like real serious fighting here, Gemini, really duking it out. And this is your challenge, huh? So look at this as a challenge. Imagine you're trying to go down a trail, you know, hiking or something. You come across this like a block. So it feels like you're challenged some kind of solid block, you know. Coins is something actual. It's like your block is not emotional. The block is not in your head. Block is I don't have enough money to move to where I need to be with my lover. The block is, you know, could be my lover doesn't know I'm the lover. It's like that Charlie Harper thing with his neighbor stalker. Had to go there, but something's like blocking you, yeah. And you're in this energy of like, you know, I don't know if that's just your energy in your head, but it'd be pretty beating yourself up pretty hard. So don't do that. This is your advice from Spirit. So I think this is this is good advice. Seven of Wands now is basically take this fight, this whatever's going on in your head with the other person, and take action. Wands are actions. And this man is defending the castle. So it's righteous defense of the castle. He's not doing anything wrong. So I think a lot of times what this is about is boundary issues, okay? Boundary issues. And you've got something blocking you. And it could be boundary issues. And I don't know, it could be on their end, it could be on your end, but somehow that's causing the fight. There's something around that, you know? Um, and this is taking strong action, self, strong action is in self-interest. Self-interested action that you take. So whatever's going on, you're going to think kind of 100% about yourself. That's what Spirit's advising, you know, here. And with the outcome strength being Leo, you might be dealing with this Leo now. Then I get the feeling you're dealing with someone's very strong, you know. So this is strength card also has some kind of add to it, like as if it, you know, was like the emperor or something. There's like a hardness to it, you know, fixed energy. So maybe that's what's blocking you. They're being really digging in their heels, recalcitrant about something that means a lot to you, and you guys are arguing about. So, let me see, the world, something very important. Yeah, that's why this is so important. So this means get a personal reading. I really, you need to sit down and talk about this, because uh, this Seven of Wands with the Five of Swords shows to me like there's real, at least verbal abuse or verbal really negative language. So it could something could escalate, it maybe get violent. This energy being blocked, and then you get frustrated, or they get frustrated and then attack, and you have to defend yourself. It almost now becomes a little concern, like could be even physical. But there's an issue here. This block is preventing you from getting the world, so it has to be resolved one way or another. I feel like it has to be resolved with this person, but that's what I can tell you right now. For quickie readings, pretty in depth. Morning quickie here, Gemini. Thank you guys. Move along to Cancer here, May 31st, 21st, Queen of Cups. So you're showing up in your own reading, as far as I'm concerned. So this is the Cancer that really is emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, can be vulnerable. Also is strong as a queen, someone that's mature in a real way, especially emotionally mature. Ready for a relationship, walking right into this. Very good position to be in. Now, wow, look at your challenge. Okay, this is your challenge. The Spirit's saying what's crossing you, and it's the Tower. So, holy moly, you know. How would the Queen of Cups deal with the Tower? Well, she'd deal with it about as well as anyone could emotionally. That's the answer to that. So you know what that is. That could be a breakup, something really, you know, big fight. Now, this is your advice. It's interesting now because the Knight of Coins is here, and the Knight of Pentacles here. He is very determined and usually succeeds in like his missions. This is your advice. So your advice, if we're talking about a love reading, is like even though there's this Tower here. Um, your advice is to kind of carry on, you know, kind of to be stoic and to be strong and to focus on like the goal here. It's kind of like buck up here. Um, very interesting. Let's see where we go with this outcome now in the Three of Wands. Yeah, you're getting this advice to be strong and carry on and continue the goal. So if your goal was to offer your cup of love, and if it didn't work out, and this Tower came down really on it, okay, in some manner, your advice is to be very strong and stoic. And I think this means don't look back. Like maybe they know you're Cancer, and they're saying like it's time for you to channel that your Earth energy, your determined energy, and move on and find someone else. just move on, definitely. But this is looking, yeah, actively looking. So really, no, it's to look for someone else. And also could be saying it to go ahead and look for someone else. And also, with the Knight of Pentacles, guys, imply some time, Cancer, some time frame. It's not going to happen tomorrow, even though it's quickie reading. Sorry. All right, Leo. Thank you, guys. This is your morning quickie on the beach. Your love reading here um, for the 21st of May. Oh boy, way to start. The iconic card that means tarot comes out. This is your energy in around relationship. So if this is your reading, if you're not kind of heartbroken in some fashion right now, then you're clicking off. Um, so unless you're cross watching, then hang in there. I don't know how it goes, but been there, done that so many times. And let's see what's challenging you. So this got to be your person here, fire sign. Um, No, this is not the one that has the lion heads in it. So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo person, someone that's strong, confident. Here that it's in the challenged position, you could read in a kind of selfish, kind of self-absorbed, someone that's brash, will rush in, but um, can also be like overconfident because in the challenged position, and this is the person's what's got you into this energy. And maybe this aspect of the fire signs, the being rushing in and being overconfident. Wow. This is your advice from spirit. So really, it adds an element. I got to think about this because the Sagittarius card now, but this is your advice from spirit here. Now, advice from Spirit's going to point you here towards the one that's right, I would think. But as take away the Sagittarius element for a moment, and as advice from Spirit, this is for you to regain your balance, but in a powerful way. It's like in the previous reading, you don't crawl away here. Go away and get your power back, and uh, whatever means necessary, and bring yourself into balance. And this is a lot about the planet Jupiter in your natal chart, which is now just dipping into Pisces, has all kind of ramifications, and also around this moon coming up on the 26th. Wow, the eclipse. So this is kind of get yourself back in alignment, like with your higher self. It's kind of like saying you're bigger than this. You're bigger than heartache, Leo, and you do rule the heart. Sun rules the heart, all heart, lion. Um, and exactly like in the other reading, the Knight of Swords, and then move along. Now this is taking this Three of Swords because it's swords, and now you become the Knight of Swords, and you can move along forcefully away from this energy too. Here of the Three of Swords, into the future, especially once you've got this balance and you're back to yourself. So I don't see you like dwelling and sitting in this, and no, thank God, because the Knight of Swords is gonna handle it, move fast, be strong, decisive too. Decisive. It's not gonna be like, go, well, maybe, maybe not. It's gonna be like, no, yes, no. So thank you, Leo. Um, Virgos, this is you, May 21st, where you are in and around relationships, your heart, your mind. Five of Cups. So let's see. We see that's not feeling good. It's being on your knees. And daily read, you could have had a big fight and you're unhappy and it isn't quite resolved or something. Like last night. This is what's challenging you. Wow. What's challenging you is decisive action, also passion, um, because this isn't a challenge position. It's usually such kind of a positive card. Um, but it's almost like I feel like something that's too much for you, like you're being burned. It's like something that's too intense. Yeah. Like being out in the sun too long. being burned and needing to heal. This is your advice from Spirit now. Needing to heal. It's like something was too much for you. It overwhelmed you. It was, you know, this could be like the classic too much of a good thing, or something that seemed at first like a good thing. And now you're being advised you need to heal from this, you know, which could be in a way stepping away from the fire. This is almost too like being too close to the fire and your skin starts to actually burn. Well, you have to step away. But, you know, maybe for a minute you couldn't, and it really hurt you. So this is a solid new beginning here. Really solid. Look at this, the sincere little fella. I love him in this Gilded Tarot Royale deck here. So this is really a nice promise here for a solid new beginning. Um, Now, I don't know, it was like the same person or whether with a new person, but maybe because you do go into this healing energy and start to heal, you are able then to start, and someone meets you in this start with a solid, uh, being a page, new beginning, Virgo. Thank you, guys. So, Libras, 21st of May, this is your morning quickie here on the beach. Good, Nine of Cups, way to start out a quickie read. You know, that emotional self-fulfillment and being happy in yourself. It could point someone to, feels like they've achieved something, and they have, you could say, like, I'm emotionally content. I've gotten what I really wanted, you know. Like, how many people can say that? This is your challenge. Um, it's like with the Seven of Pentacles here in the challenge position. I want to say Saturn, but like the more practical side of yourself, maybe, would say to you, maybe you're being, if you look at things practically, whatever's going on in this relationship that, and here you're feeling good about, I think also imply like a kind of a, you're in a relationship where you feel like emotionally you're comfortable, and it might be you're kind of comfortable in a place that's a little bit your way, or a little bit like you're single and dating, and they have your place, and that kind of thing, and they have their place. So the Seven of Pentacles is kind of saying, I think if you look at this, there's actually issues here of reciprocity. And I don't know if this is you or them, but they're serious being Pentacles. So the energy being has to be weighed, you know, of what's been going on. What did you get for your effort here? And maybe what did they get for their effort, Libra? So there you have the relationship scales too. So there's Libra. You're in your ballywick now. Now this is your advice from Spirit. Okay, something's not being seen. And I think this is advice. I had this in the heart spread. It could be a little bit like that, like it's by both of you. Because even though we come in with the Nine of Cups, it's got the feeling it's a relationship here, right? So there's something both of you are kind of not seeing, or not talking about, or it's not out in the light, that has to do with these issues of reciprocity here. And let's just call it your bachelorhood. I mean, my instinct is maybe they kind of want more than just being boyfriend, girlfriend in separate place. But maybe Libra, they don't really want to say it, you know, and so both of you kind of sweep it under the rug because I haven't looked at this yet. So if they don't talk about it and you don't talk about it, then neither of you have to deal with it, and it kind of keeps the status quo, maybe something like that. And the King of Pentacles here. So take this to the Seven of Pentacles. I think if you can see what's going on here, and you're probably dealing with a Virgo, could explain the weighing too, in the time, and being that they'd be someone that's patient, or Capricorn or Taurus, or someone that has Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus energy there. And that's, I think they're willing to kind of wait for you and deal with you, but they're looking at this issue, and there's an opportunity to kind of level up if you kind of deal with this and move into this King of Pentacles energy, which is very stable energy here, you know. And I don't see where it takes anything away from you, because you end up in the end with the mirror, you end up in King energy, huh? Thank you. All right, Scorpio, May 21st. Here we are. It's very special on the beach edition. you for joining me. We're doing your quickie reading here. This is you, King of Wands, where you are, and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. This is your challenge, Spirit. You're crossing in Six of Pentacles. So, you're channeling that, because it's you, that part of yourself that's the fiery part, that's confident. And this is the Gilded Royale deck. And he's a very confident king. He is not messing around. Look how he's leaning forward. So this is the action of you taking control. Look, he's got his hand on that staff. I mean, he's ready to come, It's like, I'm not going to have the army kill you. I'm just going to do it myself, So that aggressive part of yourself, very strong part of yourself, very assertive part of yourself. This could be, too, that's um, where you kind of feel like you have to be this way. When you're in this energy around relationships, maybe there's something making you feel like you have to be in that energy. And your challenge is there wasn't equality. You didn't, because this is challenge now. So it's like as if you were reading it in reverse. In a reading, like it becomes like there wasn't a balance. In a very serious way, there wasn't a balance in the relationship, Scorpio. And that's never good. Let's see, this is your advice. And Page of Wands. This is your advice. Now, this is advice from Spirit for you. And it's looking back towards you. If it was looking the other way, I want to say it's you, and it's saying kind of tone it down a bit, but no, it's a person. It's a fire sign. Sagittarius, Leo, here, or Aries, and boy, they're looking right at you here. So, and I get the feeling too, look at the stance. So this could be like a younger person that would see you as being in a little bit stronger role in some way, or a somewhat less mature person, some way they kind of look up to you. But they're pretty, this is a fire sign's pretty confident themselves, pretty like plucky, like, so they're not going to let you, like, they're not going to be afraid to talk to you. They're not going to be like, oh my God, I'm afraid to go up and ask that Scorpio out. They're going to be pretty, like, I see them cocky, pretty confident. So they're really I think they could meet your energy, even though you're King of Wands here, because I think you're kind of blowing yourself up anyway. Wow. Because of whatever went on before. And you have a potential here for a Ten of Cups with this person. It's a very clear reading, okay? You have potential, we'll leave it like that, to have a Ten of Cups relationship with this younger fire sign, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. That's your reading, Scorpio. Let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. Thank you, guys. Sagittarius, my brothers, my sisters, Sag Sun, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars here. The eclipse will be exactly on my Mercury. Mercury is my chart ruler, Virgo rising. And hold me, I'm scared. I'm not going to lie. So, here we are, guys, the 21st of May, your morning quickie. This is you showing up in relationships. You're just channeling the more sensitive side of yourself. Sagittarius, you're channeling the quieter side of yourself, more contemplative side, the more receptive side of yourself, the divine feminine energy. This can even be being in a place where you're really open, and there's prayer, and you're prayerful, and you're praying. I feel like I should pray now a little bit. In the name of light and love, so it serves the greatest good. Spirit, can you help us, our Sagittarius friends, and love and relationship today? Hermit, this is your challenge. Virgo card. Well, here you are, being all contemplative and receptive, and kind of passive too, could be energy. A little bit like the Hanged Man coming in there. And your challenge now is the Hermit. So either you're dealing with the Hermit, or Sagittarius, the challenge is that you're being the Hermit, and maybe the challenge is then you need to come out of the cave, basically, would be the challenge. Like the universe is saying, come out of the cave, Sagittarius, come out of the cave. It's time to come out. Yeah, and let me see here. Ten of Cups, no, Eight of Cups. Wow. It's time to come out of the cave, and go walk away from the cave. Yeah, it's time to walk away from the cave. You've contemplated and you've introspected with the Hermit, and you've figured out everything you need to figure out, and you need to leave the cave. Real quick, a hypnotherapist, really expensive, third visit. He says to me, he's like, David, we could keep doing. I was trying to do some deep work, emotional work, and spiritual work. And he's like, we keep doing this. And he said, but there's nothing wrong with you. He said, your only thing is you just got to go do what you love. He said, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what do I love? And then go do it. That's what this is all about. That's what that kind of right there, High Priestess, Hermit, Eight of Cups. What do you love? Yeah, your hopes and dreams and wishes. So go out and follow your hopes and dreams and wishes. It's exactly like I said. He said, what do you love? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What do you want? What blows your skirt up, man? And whatever that is, like, that's what you do. I don't know. And honestly, when he said that, I realized that it was years ago. And that's been one of the hardest things to do in my entire life. Just just to figure out what I love, even. But thank you, guys. Capricorns, here we are, May 21st. And this is you in and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, with the Ten of Pentacles energy, being solid. Sometimes this, to me, can be single. You definitely don't have any wants for coins, and or you're feeling like that, and you're feeling self-contained. It's a real good position to be in right there. But what your challenge is change. And this is classic here, Capricorn, because if you're in Ten of Pentacles, the last thing you want is change. It's like, I'm doing fine, thank you very much. I really don't want to change. And so that's classic. And this would definitely be like a transit in your chart. And the advice is, with death, it's going to be Pluto transit, okay? It's don't resist. Like the Borg, resistance is futile. Kind of just figure out, and I'm an astrologer, that's what comes in. Figure out what the transit's trying to teach you and what's trying to go on, and kind of get a hold of it and ride it so it doesn't ride you. You're said and done, Capricorn. But this is now your advice from Spirit. Yeah, it's time to move away from this. I think this is about, this is also a Scorpio card, so more literally, this could involve a Scorpio. Now, something that's weird, okay, I have certain astrological points that are Pluto on the ascendant, particularly, square my chart ruler, amongst other things, and Mars. Um, so I tend to show up, and I don't think I necessarily cause it. It's like I literally show up in people's lives in points of complete turmoil, or exactly when I show up. So you might have like drawn in this kind of scorpionic energy, and it's all about change. Like I said, this big transit. But this is being advice from Spirit, because a little bit I want to say, don't run away from this. But no, this is Spirit like giving you permission, or saying that maybe you're already through this. You can think about what it is. Like, you can move on. Now, if not, then there's maybe like two readings here. The other one is, then it's saying it's time for you to move on from this Scorpio here, who then would be trying to cause this change that you don't want. And it could be the energy of depleting your pentacles. And the advice from Spirit is move away. No, and the outcome, I think, with the Six of Cups is saying, Capricorn, you want to move away into a more emotional energy. And that may be what the change was, okay? To go from the Ten of Pentacles and end up as the Six of Pentacles. It's like this Scorpio person, and the scorpionic energy's coming in, and it's softening you and bringing you into a place where you're much more vulnerable and open to your emotions, and probably more available emotionally. And probably you're just emotionally feeling a lot more like before. If you felt with this trance, probably emotional turmoil, and it's on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, within a period of a few weeks, it just seems to turn off, like a weight's lifted off your shoulders with a lot of these transits. And you kind of, for your life, you like nothing's changed. I mean, everything's the same, but it's really changed. And you're just feeling relaxed, and kind of like you might feel like you're onto something, like you found like your soul's purpose or something there, Capricorn. Thank you. So Aquarius, move along. This is the 21st of May, the Morning Quickies on the beach, and this is you in around relationships with the Judgment card. You're being called out by Spirit now. Um, Yo, Aquarius. That's what they're blowing. That's what that. Yo, Aquarius. And in terms of relationship, when it's here, it's almost like a challenge. Like you either, I think if there's a person, you might have some sense that this is kind of big, and maybe this is calling you up to be in love like you've never been before, to be vulnerable like you've never been before, to open yourself somehow like you've never before. And your challenge is the Hanged Man. Okay, so the Hangman challenge here. This is your challenge. What's crossing you? The fact that it's a challenge or crossing is two things. You could be not willing to. This is being called up to your purpose too. You know, and a lot of times we don't want to hear that, really, and so we want to just hold back. And Hanged Man too is avoidance and time out. Or this is a challenge because in a love reading, this is your person hanging back, and maybe you don't know why. But always, you do kind of instinctively know if somebody hangs back, there's a problem. You're walking down the road, a trail, or whatever, and everything's fine, everything's good, and then somebody suddenly stops, kind of hangs back. You don't even need language to understand that immediately you realize, oh God, something must be wrong. Why'd they hang back? That's the answer here. Wow. So, and your advice from Spirit. This is really good because I think it's saying that you're hanging back, they're hanging back, and advice from Spirit. I don't think it's going to give the Four of Wands, which is the building of being actions, a solid, committed relationship or marriage. So it's time to take action on that if you're the one holding back, because I think that's what this is. You're being called out. In Catholicism, they call it your vocation, I believe, you know. So, not that I am that way, but there is something to that with marriage. Wow. And, this involves making a choice. I think the Judgment is a choice. It's like the choice is not between one person and another person, it's a journey. It's a choice to go on a journey, you know? And it looks like they're well prepared, and it's dawn. It's kind of beautiful. It's not a terrible or arduous journey here, guys. But this is the Judgment card. It's like it may feel to you take a little. It's gonna. It's a big. It feels like a big step here. A big action you're going to take. And you're going to move into a solid relationship, I think, with this person. Both of you will acquiesce and move into this. I just feel it. Thank you, guys. Pisces, always last, never least. Here we are, 21st of May, your morning quickies on the beach. You're showing up as the Fool. I love it. Can't beat the Fool because you're wide open, you ain't scared, you're ready. I didn't call the Fool's Journey for nothing. It's like, let's see where we go. This is your challenging here. What's challenging you? Wow. That's tough with the to get. Imagine you're the Fool and you leap off the cliff and land like in the cartoons. You're not dead, and you're brushing yourself off and ready to start your journey, and then you run up against an enormous roadblock in love. And this is sort of like, I think of it like it's a challenge position. It's like you want to be the Fool and wide open and go do your thing, and somebody's coming in and they're saying, don't do it, or something like that, because this is a challenge, or I don't want to do it with you. Or you're saying to someone, come on, let's go, let's get married, let's go to Vegas, and they're like, no, a big no in love. Okay. The universe. This is advice from Spirit here, Pisces. Ooh, got it tricky here. Wow, because the Fool. So I think the reason I got to laugh is because I think the universe here is telling you it's okay to do magic, basically. Pull out all the stops. Do what you have to do here. Um, to overcome this. And I got to think right now, it's sort of like a person's blocking you with love somehow. Like they're using love to sort of like block you from doing you. Like you're ready to let go and really do you. And the fact that the Ace of Cups is in the challenge is just a terrible place for Ace of Cups to be. A false love, imprisonment in love or something. But the universe is saying you can get out of this. Like the magician, like hang upside down, inside handcuffs, shake them off and shout, what else can you show me? It's Bob Dylan for you younger people. Yeah, you can do this. Wow. Outcome. I I was gonna say I'm not into the left hand path, with magic and stuff. But I think that's almost like what is being said here. It's like saying you can manipulate this situation, manifest what you want, like which I think is your fool's desire. Um, but the outcome, unless they're a Capricorn, this I'm going to say it's two reading. If they're a Capricorn, you are simply manifesting this Capricorn person, or you're turning this person around who said no, put up the roadblock here. Otherwise, what you're manifesting is karma and possibly toxicity. And to me, it's that plutonic energy of jealousy and control um, issues, okay, that you see so often around Pluto and Sinistry, guys. So thank you all for giving me a like. I appreciate it. It's good karma. It's easy. And um, I really appreciate everybody subscribing. Thank you so much. I think you can hear the waves.